You guys see my screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So today we have two sessions. The first session will be talk about the ongoing LFX mentorship turn one. And the second session will talk about how we plan to add the uh, agents that markdown, so which will provide a basic guideline for your AI tools where you use them to create an issue or create a pull request. And we also want to update our contributing guide to include all AI related works, some related policies into the current contributing guide. So let's start with the first session. I believe most of you guys uh, the reason you are here because you want to hear about the details of this term one. And if you cannot come on with us, and that's fine because we will record the whole meeting and upload it to our YouTube channel. So the current status of the LFX mentorship term one is accepting application. So please ensure that you create your applications and upload all of the materials before this deadline. And once the deadline reaches, the system will close automatically, and we don't accept any the later submissions or something like that. Uh, if we cannot find your materials on the system, then we are sorry. Yeah. And after that, it will into the application review period. So during the previous experience that you may need to check the uh, systems on the selection notification day. The reason is that because the notification is made by a person and it may be delayed. So if you want to know if you got selected or not, you could check the website, the system. Uh, Let me pick up one of the link so you will know. Uh, if you log into the mentorship website into any uh, specific project idea, if you get selected, you will find your here the mentees. You will find your avatar. Your name is listed here. Yeah. And if this is empty, then you have to wait for 1 or 2 days because the confirmation and notification are made by the human, so they may be delayed. Just to let you know, you don't need to worry about it. Just to check this website, and this is the finalized result when your name is shown here. Okay, so back to our project idea. WasmEdge provides three project idea this turn, and for the first one, let's go to the first one. And the first one is that we would like to extend our Gemini tools to support to support more subcommands. So you can check that we do want to support at least these three subcommands. The first one is parse. We want to uh, use this command tool to parse the WebAssembly file, and if you can parse it successfully, then just show it is fine. If we encounter any errors, you have to show the errors. Okay. And so does the validate. Validate means when your WASM file is parsed, then you have to run some basic validation based on the spec. And if some validations are failed, you have to indicate them. After the validation, the next step is to do the instantiation to your, the WASM module. So uh, actually, all these three steps is included inside the run command. For example, you use WasmEdge to run an WebAssembly file. You will just parse and validate and do the instantiation, then execute. So we just want to let the users, they can use uh, partial of our process, uh, which previously is integrated inside our execution. But we would like to let user to choose which steps they want to stop and to verify their result. So this is the basic idea that you have to deliver during this mentorship. And of course, because that uh, every implementation is need uh, corresponding test cases to verify the implementation. So for my suggestion is that you could have defined some basic test case at the beginning of this mentorship, and you start to implement these three uh, subcommand. After that, you may broke some of the test cases, then you can just fix them and then add more test cases to cover the whole use cases or scenarios. Yeah. And we believe that this can be done with our CAPI or some internal APIs. So basically, that's the whole idea of this uh, management project. So we hope that you have some, basic ability or skills, because you may use the C API or C++ API. So uh, we would like you to show that you have some, basic idea to know how to, write some C or C++ program. And of course, it's all about WebAssembly. So we are expected that you may need to understand the at least the uh, execution or the WebAssembly life cycle, from if you get a file, uh, what is the basic process will be applied during the whole execution. So this is a basic idea you must be understand. Otherwise, you will have no idea of what you need to implement it in this project. And of course, you may need to the GitHub workflow because you may add some some test cases, and the errors may show on the workflows. So yeah, this is some basic skills that we would recommend you should have. And each of the mentorship project idea, we have designed the corresponding pretests. So you have to finish it inside your, I believe we ask you to put the whole pretest into your cover letter. So if you click inside here, and according to a system, you should have two materials that you have to submit it on the uh, mentorship system. One is your resume, the other is the cover letter. And due to the limitation of the system, it is very hard for us, especially the maintainers, to add some new text on the system. So we hope that you can put all your original cover letter and the pretests and the proposals inside the cover letter. So we just valued your resume and the whole cover letter, which the format is defined uh, list below. So you have to check this format and then put it into your cover letter. And here is one thing that you have to read before you do the application. This is a checklist, and we also show it. Sorry, we also show it under here. Before you apply, you must check this policy. Okay, so let's check the policy. Sorry, policies should be here. Okay, so what's the basic policy? If you want to apply some mentorship programs, such as the mentorship and Google Summer of Code, you have to read the basic policy. Yeah. So we don't accept any private contact. So if you want to send email or some Discord direct message, or use the CNCF stack direct message to reach us, then we will just ignore. The reason is that some of them want us to review their proposal or review their resumes before we uh, before we close the applications. So this is the fairness issue. We don't want to provide uh, uh, these services for partial of the applicant. So any private contact, we will just ignore. And also, if you are trying to send some AI generated spam to a repository, and we will record that, and there will be part of the judgment um, when we choose a mentee. And also, I believe the third point is a very basic thing that you should not copy some uh, public proposals or some implementations from the internet without any credit. You just copy them. Yeah. And for the communication and discussion, for the general topics, please use the discussions, or you can go to our Discord. There will be a mentoring channel or the WasmEdge channel in the CNCF Slack. This is a general topic if you want to discuss. And about if you have any questions related to the specific project idea, such as, for example, this project idea, you should leave your questions here. And also, we will ignore it if you leave some comments under this project idea without any questions. We will just ignore, because there are lots of these comments, and you just helpless. And if you have some very specific question already related to the program, for example, you want to know the progress of the for example, when we'll send the money to your account or something like that, you have to check with the program administration, for example, you have to contact the LFX mentorship member or the Google Summer of Code member for that, because that us the WasmEdge maintainers, we don't have any permissions to reach the finance related part. So if you ask any question related to how to get the money, then we don't know because we don't have the permission to do that. So yeah, this is the basic part. If you want to discuss or you want to communicate with these kind of questions, please go to the right side. And during the mentorship program, once you are accepted, you must do the following things. Because we encounter some issues based on the previous experience. Um, from this turn, very we will use these following rules to do the final judgment. So at the beginning, you have to initialize the whole program, which means you will create an issue, use our specific issue template. And this is for the first week. You have to talk about your timeline, your milestones, your plans. And it could be rough because when you start to do some implementation, you will know the real timeline and real milestones. So it's fine to update it. And we ask the mentees must provide the weekly updates. If you miss one of them, then we will just send some kindly comments. If you missed a lot, then I'm sorry. We have to maybe fail you because you don't give us the enough information of what you did every week. So the weekly updates is very important to us. Please keep in mind. And if you encounter some difficulties, especially if you are sick, if you have some very emergency situation you need to deal with, you have to leave some basic comments um, under the issue. So we will understand that, uh, the reason you are not give us updates is because you are encounter some very hard thing and you have to deal with them first. So, everything has some exceptions. So it's okay if you have some problems need to deal with, but you have to communicate with us. And about the schedule management, and if you have some events, especially the midterm or the final exam of your school, and you have to disclosure those informations on the issue template. You have to let us know that you have no time to do any progress on it, and that should be included in your scheduling. We don't accept that is, oh, sorry, for example, sorry, the final week is my exam, so I don't have any progress. So I hope I can extend the deadline to 2 weeks later. Then that's not acceptable. Because I believe most of the exam should be announced um, before at least a month, I believe. So you have enough time to do a better schedule to avoid that you cannot finish the milestone you promised. Okay, so that's all about the timeline. And the last part is that we have two evaluation. The first one is the midterm evaluation and the final evaluations. And we ask that you must give us the enough progress, or you have some, work in progress, pull request order here, and we ask they have to meet some basic standards. For example, we will send the reject or the failing evaluation if you give us a pull request, which contains not any meaningful progress, then we will just reject the evaluation. Yeah. So there's some new rules or some new policies we want to apply from these terms of the internship. So that's the policy part. And let's go back to our second project idea, which is the module instance dependency tree in the Watson store. So let me give you some context. And before this project idea, we do have APIs allow users to delete some already registered module instance, but we do not maintain a dependency tree, which means that if you have multiple module instance and they are all depends on the, for example, they are all depends to the module A, then if we delete the module A and we will try to execute any modules depends on that, then it will just fail. Okay, but we would like to create a management for this. So when a module instance is registered, it will also record the relationship between this module instance. Once one of the dependencies deleted, then we should also invalidate the whole dependency tree to avoid that user try to execute a module that cannot be executed due to the deletion. So this is the basic idea of this project. So to finish it, I believe you have to understand how we maintain the module instance, and you have to create a plan that how to add the dependency tree and how to maintain the uh, topological sort to ensure that all of the dependence is valid or invalid when the deletion is made. And you have to design a test case, include all of the potential scenario to verify your implementation. Yeah. And this project idea also have corresponding pretest. So you have to cling to this link and follow the rules. Follow the format and pretest this in this page. Yep. So this is our second project idea. Then let's go to the final one. And this one is that we currently WasmEdge support experimental just-in-time compilation mode. And the way we handle the just-in-time compilation is we will compile the entire modules before the execution. So what will be the big problem is that if I have a very big Watson files and we only want to use partial of them. For example, there are 100 functions, but actually will only use 3 functions. In our current solutions, you will compile the entire modules, including these 100 functions. However, if we can reduce the scope from entire modules to per function, then we just need to compile the expect to execution the the 3 function only. For example, if I have function A, function B, function C, and which will be executed inside this process, then we only need to compile these 3 and ignore the remaining part. So this is the basic idea of these things. And because if you want to do that, you must have some, background of the JIT or the LLVM framework. So we would like to know your background of these knowledges, and you have to show them uh, in your materials. Okay. And the expected outcome is that we believe you have to define uh, a series of test case that can verify the behavior. And especially, they should demonstrate the difference between the entire module compilation and your per-function basis compilation. So your test case must show the difference between these two modes, and I believe this will uh, this will need uh, multiple stage to do it. So I believe we will have several pull requests to finish these functions. So yeah, you have to separate the whole implementation plan to uh, several milestones, and we believe one milestone will be a pull request to this project. And because that uh, we need to do the experimental between the entire module compilation and the per function basis compilation. So you will need to add new options that can control the JIT engine behavior. For example, I want to compile it for the entire modules, or I want to use the per function mode. And after that, you must have a document to explain how you do this approach and how users to use it. And also, we have a corresponding pretest list here, so you have to check it, check the details, and then just show in your materials. Okay, that's all of our, three project idea. So if you have any questions, you can just leave your questions in the chat and I will answer it. Okay, so here's the questions. For the command line projects, is it okay to extend the subcommands beyond the mentioned subcommands? I believe the CAP I have some that we could also include if possible. Of course, you can do that, but if you want to extend more, you have to finish the those three commands we already mentioned. If you are not finish those three functions first, then you will be reject in the evaluation. Yeah, of course you can do more, but the listed must be fulfilled first. Yeah. Yes, those three got the priority. Yeah. Okay, I will move forward to the next session. Sorry. Can we resubmit it our cover letter? Sure. You can resubmit it all your materials before the deadlines. I believe the system will allow you to do that. So you can uh, modify your resume or modify your cover letter multiple times, but you just need to ensure that the latest one, the final one, is uploaded before the deadline. Yeah. And you don't need to worry about that because we will not check any resume or check any cover letter before the deadline. Only when the application is closed, we will download them and use them to do the judgment. And here's another question: is we have to make proposals and cover letter different or both in one? According to the system, you can only submit it a resume and a cover letter. So I believe you have to put your proposals inside the cover letter file. The file name is called cover letter, but you have to follow the format we list inside the pretest link. Yeah. When the user stops at the instantiate stage, should the COI opt the summary? I believe your question should be discussed inside the project idea, not here. We will answer the general question here, not the specific project idea. No, but it will make the cover letter pretty huge. You will be okay, right? Yes. Um, because I don't think you will put lots of photos or pictures into your cover letter. So it should be fine to, it should not exceed the file size limit on the system. Yeah. So it should be fine. The cover letter is pretty huge. Yeah. I am new to open source and to WasmEdge. How should I process? Hmm. This is a good question. You can uh, just run some examples and to pick some, issues from our issue board, or you can, just play with the WebAssembly. It's fine if you don't have any pull requests to us before the mentorship, but you can, investigate or study some background knowledge we are listed as the recommended skills and show them inside your cover letter. Is there any specific modules or something in the repository which we should to apply for the command line project? Uh, we should know. Uh, Actually, you can just play with the current command, and you can trace the code how we handle the run function or the compiler uh, subcommand. You can just trace the execution path. Yeah, and you will know what's the basic idea you have to know. What are the evaluation criteria? Actually, the evaluation are based on your timeline. For example, if you promise that you will finish let's take, I mean, for example, let's take the subcommand project as the example. We list three: the parse, the validate, the instantiate. We list three function, right? And in your plan, you said, I promise that I will finish all of them before the midterm evaluation. Then we will uh, use that as your promise, right? So during the evaluation, if your progress is away far from finish line, then you will be rejected. So the criteria is based on how you list and the initialization issue board. And we will based on your situation, including how you communicate with us. For example, if you don't respond any questions we ask, there will be a uh, big issue, right? Or if you try to submit some pull request, which doesn't make any sense, then there will be another big issue, right? So if you uh, do anything that is expected outcome, then there will be the evaluation criteria. That's fine. Mm. Oh, sorry, your your evaluation criteria for get selected is all based on your cover letter in your resume, and we will not answer any uh, details of that, and also we will not give any feedback of that. Okay, so let me finish my second section, and if you still have time, you can leave your questions inside the chat. So we are introduced that agents.markdown file here, and actually this is a preview version that we hope if you are using the AI tools, you must follow some basic part to ensure that your pull request or your commits uh, fit our standards. So first, the coding style part, because we encounter lots of uh, pull requests that not follow the rules. So before that, please ensure your AI tools help you to run the claim format and claim ID. Also, we have introduced some, very specific part here, and we hope this file can help your AI agent, for example, to build the WasmEdge, to know the build uh, artifacts and how to run them and how to test them, because all of these three project ideas will require you to write some test case and to verify your implementation is correct. So this file, we hope that can help you and your AI agent for that. And especially for the Git commit, we have very, strict format. And first of all, you must sign the DCO sign off. And then the format should be some kind of this. Here's the type and your description. And you have some details you can, add more here and then sign off the message. And we would also want to ask people to do the AI assistance disclosure. If this pull request or this commit is assisted by some of the AI tool or services, I hope that I can list here, so we will know that these pull requests have the AI participant. Yeah. And so that's the base idea. And I don't want this file to be very large because the agent markdown will take some space in your context window. So I hope this file is small. But if you have any, suggestion that this file should aid or should append to make it better, then you can leave some comments under this pull request, the 4521. You can leave some comments here. And if the comments make sense, we will add it into this file. So this is the first pull request. And the second one is we are updating the contributing and the pull request template because we receive lots of pull requests. They don't have the basic DCO sign off. Their commit mesh doesn't follow our standard. Also, some of them never run a local test. So we will finalize this new pull request template. Now we will asking people to prove that they already run some basic test to to show that their fix or their feature is worked. Yeah, so this is the first part, and I believe this template is just a rough one. So if you have any questions or you have any suggestions, that's totally fine. You can just leave your comments below. And we also want to finalize it before the uh, mentorship turn one. Because I hope every mentee can follow the same rules for how to co-work with the AI tools and the new contribution guide to ensure their code quality. Okay, so that's my second section. So let's back to the questions. While working with WasmEdge, I encountered a few issues and open pull requests to address them. I also noticed that there's strong competitions. Would it be okay if I continue to raise more pull requests to strengthen your contributions for the selection process? I will say that the more you contribute, doesn't mean you get more points in the whole selection process. We are all based on the material you provide. So, for example, if someone already give us 10 pull requests, doesn't mean these people must be selected. There's not a strong relationship between the selection and the contribution. And the strong competition, I believe it should be fine because that you can always because we still have 156 issue there, and I don't think people should compete for some issues, especially if they claim the issue and they didn't finish it, which is uh, which is not a good idea, right? Yeah. So there still have 100 and more issues that can be cleared and fixed. It should be fine. It should be fine. Yeah. I hope this will answer your questions.